Hello everyone, my name is Zhanqiang, and I'm a doctor at Tsinghua University. In this video, I will introduce the work of our paper. Coronary artery centerline refinement uses GCN trained with synthetic data. Next, I will introduce our work from the following four parts. Firstly, let me introduce the research background. The centerline of the blood vessels is a skeletonized representation of them. The extraction of the centerline is to obtain this skeleton from the medical image. Then, why do we do this? The centerline shows the connection of blood vessels and the specific trend direction, which is of great significance in clinical diagnosis. For coronary artery, extracting centerlines from CT is the first step to evaluate the exchange of plaque and stenosis air. But it's not a simple task. Multiple reasons account for the difficulty of coronary artery centerline refinement. Firstly, the boundaries between the artery and the background are often highly fuzzy, as shown in Figure A. Secondly, the tubular structure of the coronary artery is extremely complex. There may exist a large number of bifurcations, like this. The appearance and geometry of the coronary artery may vary considerably from one patient to another. What's more, the build-up of the plaque or calcification inside the coronary artery wall may further increase the difficulty of centerline extraction, as shown in Figure C. Many automatic centerline extraction methods have been proposed. Existing coronary artery centerline extraction method can be roughly divided into three categories: shortest path, tracking-based, and segmentation-based. The key to the first method is to define an appropriate cost function, which is smaller for points on centerlines than those on other locations. In recent years, some work combine neural networks to define costs. However, these methods generally require numerous manual interactions, and there may be shortcuts of the true centerlines. The second type of method depends on iterative tracking. For example, in this paper, the next point is determined by the characteristics of the current point, which is obtained by the network. The third type of method segments the coronary artery first, and then extracts the centerline from the segmentation. Its success depends on a large number of data with annotations, such as the typical example, 3D unit. In order to solve these problems, especially the massive demand for data, we propose a framework that can reduce the dependence on segmentation network. This picture shows the flowchart of proposed algorithm. The CT image is processed into the mask of the coronary artery by an over-segmentation network. Then the result is refined to be a centerline image with noise and fracture, which is used to contrast a graph. Finally, we can get the precise result through a GCN network. In this step, the synthetic data is applied to improve the performance of GCN model. Next, I will describe the detailed information about our framework. Firstly, the over-segmentation network. Segmentation module used in our framework is customized from the basic 3D unit. Compared with 3D unit, we make two improvements. The first is to unify the resolution during the sampling process. Secondly, in order to improve the performance of the network, loss is added for separation in each step of our sampling. And then, the over-segmentation results can be refined to centerline images with noise and fracture, the point of which will be built to graphs. We select special features and pixel features for each point. The special features include the direction, spatial position, and so on. The pixel feature include the original image pixel value, the probability value of segmentation prediction, and so on. This picture shows the graph convolutional network, which applies an alternate mode of updating node features and edge features. The output of final network represents the probability that the node belongs to centerline. The loss is cross-entropy loss. As for data synthesis, we use two different vascular trees to interpolate to get multiple new tree structures. The interpolation process is shown here. For the tree generated by the interpolation, they can be used as training data after adding noise and fracture, with the original centerlines as its pairing labels. Next is the experimental part. We conducted experiments on a dataset from a local hospital, which includes 47 CT volumes with segmentation labels. The label of centerline is obtained by sending manually marked coronary artery label image. We randomly selected 32 data for training and 15 data for testing. This is the result of our experiment. It can be seen from the first table that our approach has better performance in reducing fracture and noise on the centerlines. This S represents spatial features, and SIV represents spatial and pixel features. The results show that the spatial feature plays a key role in the GCN model, because the pixel feature has been used in the previous segmentation network. As shown in this table, when using pre-training, the performance on each indicator improves or remaining basically unchanged. Since the synthetic data is mainly used for training GCN, the improvement of its classification accuracy can directly prove the effectiveness of synthetic data in this task. This is the display of our result images. The green boxes and the blue boxes respectively reflect the improvement of noise separation and fracture connection capabilities of our proposed method by using synthetic data. As we can see, our approach performs better in avoiding noise and fracture on the centerlines. So it can deal with stenosis and plaque that may exist on CT images. The last part is the conclusion. The main contributions of this paper includes 3 parts. Firstly, we propose a GCN model to post-process the centerlines obtained by an over-segmentation network. Secondly, we propose an approach to generating pairs of training data by adding noise and fracture to synthetic centerlines, which can be regarded as labels. In this way, we augment the training data effectively, which can be used to pre-train our GCN so as to improve the network performance. Thirdly, the experiments show that our method achieves good performance. In addition, synthetic data is used to further improve the effect of network. Okay, these are. Thanks.